everybody. It's Mary Ellen Stites from Create With Me, and I'm here in the Creativity Nest for another episode of Teach Me Tuesday. So, if Teach Me Tuesday is something new to you and this is your first time joining me, let me tell you a little bit about what I do here. So, my goal is to help you with the art of rubber stamping. And so every Tuesday at 2 o'clock, I come to you with a little tip, a technique, how to use a tool, maybe a fancy fold. I answer your questions. If you have brought me questions in the past, then I'll try to give you solutions and help you make your stamping even better. So thank you for joining me. And we are going to talk today about decorative masks. So last week I taught you about using the embossing paste with our decorative masks. And we're just going to continue that same um, uh, tool and use it in a different way. So let me take you down to my desk and show you what we have. So we have got a lot of decorative masks, and we've got 3 different packs. They're $8 a piece. And let me start with the basic pattern. So let me put these aside. Here's the basic pattern packs, and you get 4 different masks. So one is just a nice polka dot pattern. I've used that one probably the most. Then this one's kind of fun because this has got 4 different kind of flourish designs. So you can divide it and use it into small different areas. Then this is a kind of an ornate pattern. And then the last one is kind of a repeating leaf pattern. So this is the basic patterns. Then we've got plenty of patterns. So we've just got a little play off that same name. And this one's got a kind of a fun foresty look. So you could use that for your paste or what we're going to do today. Then we've got this kind of I'm going to say a mermaidy pattern. And this is the one we're going to use today. Okay. So I'm just going to set that one there. Here's a little repeating flower. This one's really pretty. I don't know if you can see that one. It's gorgeous. And then here's a random, this looks like a crackle or an Art Deco type of a pattern. And then in our holiday, in our July to December mini catalog, we like to call it our holiday catalog. We've got one that's called Adorning Design. So we've got this just the striped, random striped pattern. Then we've got the snowflakes, and this is the one I showed you last week with the embossing paste. And then we've got one that reminds me of like a gingerbread house roof. This one's really gorgeous with embossing paste, especially the shimmery one. And then again, a repeating pattern, kind of a nice diamond shaped pattern. So I'm going to show you a technique today, and I said I would use this kind of mermaid pattern. So I'm going to show you how to use the blending brushes with the mask. So last week we did embossing paste, and we had our spatula, and we applied embossing paste. Today we're going to just use some paper, and we're going to use our mask. And then we are going to just use some type of a masking tape. I use painter's tape. You can use anything that's going to hold down your mask. It doesn't matter. It could be Scotch tape or whatever, because ideally, if you cut your paper small enough, it won't have to, it can really just hold the corners. It could be anything. And if you're using some scratch paper or grid paper, then no harm, no foul. So I am going to just put that down, and I want to show you how easy it is to apply color. So I'm using 2 colors, Fresh Freesia and Coastal Cabana today. So I'm going to start with my Fresh Freesia and my blending brush, and then I like to just stroke on a little bit of color. And I always put the, I start off of my paper because I don't want that big blob there. I want this to be really light. So I'm just going to apply a light coat. You probably can't even hardly see it, but it will be there. I'm going to go up here on the top, and I want to show you how pretty this is when it's done, and you can blend the colors together. So now I'll get my Coastal Cabana and my other brush, and I just keep a brush for every kind of color, a blues and a purples. I don't necessarily have one for every color. I don't have one for every color. I definitely don't. Okay, then I'm going to add a little bit of the Coastal Cabana. I'm going to go back in, and I want to blend in to that that fresh freesia into that Coastal Cabana. And I want to show you how pretty and mermaidy this looks. And I'm going to show you a finished product. That's how easy it is, okay? So it doesn't look like I have a lot of color, but there is color there. So it's really pretty. So I don't know. I hope you can see this. Isn't that pretty? So it just blends that, kind of gives you that mermaidy look. Now, if you were really detail oriented, you could go in with your Wink of Stella and make this all shiny. That would be really pretty too. But let me show you some other, I'm going to show you some other patterns, and then I'm going to show you the card that I did. So here's one that I did with that same pattern, and I just used just the fresh freesia. So you can do it with just a fresh freesia, or you could blend color, but look at what a difference it makes when you're blending color. This is definitely more of a mermaidy look. Then I used the dotted pattern. Let me see if I can zoom in. I don't think I can zoom in while I'm on. So I use a dotted pattern. I'll just lift it up. There you go. And that's just with the blending brush. Then here I blended, I kind of put it on a diagonal and I blended colors, pinks, greens, oranges, and yellows. So you can definitely blend colors. This one's a little different. It's the same, it looks the same, but if you look at it up close, it's a little more blotchy, because what I did was I applied the ink to my mask, and then I used a blending brush. So there was a lot of ink and it kind of flowed under, but I don't really mind it. I think it'll still make a great card. Then I used the let me get the right one so you know what I'm talking about. So then I used this one here. This is from the Adorning Designs. It's just a diagonal stripe, and I laid it down and taped it, and then I masked off all the where the little lines are, and I did it all in Coastal Cabana, and then I turned it and did the same thing, and then I took my tape and changed it and did it in the Positively Pink, and then again I took it this way and then I turned it this way. So I get this great background here. Then I tried it one other way, and then I kind of like this. You're going to go, oh, I don't know, M.E. So look, it's kind of a watercolory look. So what I did was I took my water painters and I wet my paper through my mask, and then I applied the color, and it kind of bled, and I kind of like that. And I did it on, this is watercolor paper. So super, super pretty. And then before I show you my card, I want to show you or tell you one more thing. Don't get rid of all your extras. So this is after I cut mine down. So even this crazy, this is just my blending after I got done. I think I could make that into a card. That's kind of Art Deco-y for me. I kind of like it. And then here's the little strips I cut when I cut away my watercolor paper, and then when I cut away my stripe. Don't throw that away. Those are all things that you can make cards out of. So let me show you my mermaid card using this design here. So I made one using from Pirates and Mermaids, using the Little Mermaid, and she says, "You are so mermazing." Isn't she cute? I used a little of the bedazzling paper, and I colored her and popped her up, and then added some of the starfish and a couple of the kind of mermaid-looking rhinestones from the holiday rhinestone pack. So I hope you like learning about masks. If you have other ideas that you love to use them for, please let me know. I would love to see them. And, that's what I do. So just, share your ideas with me. Maybe then I can share it with everybody else. But I'm sure there's so many things you can do with a mask. I think if you go way back, we did it with heat and stick powder and the gold leafing. So that possibilities are so endless. So you guys, thank you so much for coming and create with me. And I hope that you learned something for Teach Me Tuesday, and I hope you have a great week. Bye, everybody.